Hi everyone, so I just wanted to do a walkthrough of a wedding journal that I made for an upcoming wedding for the husband's cousin and wife. So I stuck to the colors that I used were specifically because I had their invitation and I was using their invitation as inspiration. Now obviously this is not on sale, but it is something that I made and I wanted to share with you and also do a recording of it in the event the newlyweds wanted to understand the flip through. So here's the cover. And what I did was I used a cotton print and then I covered it with a remnant lace. It's a cream, not completely white, and then I put some silver book corners. The spine I left pretty bare, and I've made this into a sort of a traveler's notebook where I've added this polyester silk-like sash so that they can take out the signature and replace it if they needed to. On the front cover, I added this book plate. This is a Holtz book plate. It was pewter, but I took some of my art wax, which is silver, and I just rubbed it to give it more of a silver effect. I added a little bit of the purple fabric behind that. Then I typed their initials and their name on a little bit of typing paper and placed that in the book plate. These are some Prima flowers, and then these are obviously some wedding bouquet decor that I also added on there. And then here's some lace that I got from my local textile import. So the bottom, where I tied the signature, I actually added 2 charms. Again, the colors are inspired by the invitation. Hopefully you can see that. I did not add a closure to this. I mean, I may, but I think at this point I'm not going to. It's not too fat or chunky so that it doesn't really sit up all too much. So anyways, let me zoom in a little closer and then I can do a quick walkthrough. So I'm zoomed in and we'll go ahead and do a quick walkthrough. So on the first page here, on the cover, and I recycled a book that I had. I also put fabric on the inside as well. Here is a pocket and it's with designer paper, designer wedding paper. Then I added another pocket using very shallow pocket with some lace. And this beautiful paper that I'm using, this designer paper, is from Prima Marketing. It's beautiful paper pad. Here is a tag that I made and I just included some of that lace remnant and some ribbon. There's only one signature in here and the cover is this beautiful, I should stop saying beautiful, I have a more vast vocabulary than that, I think, is this gray foiled cardstock. I purchased this, if I'm not mistaken, at Hobby Lobby. I rounded all the corners. And because the invitation was a bit more modern than it was vintage, I made this a little more eclectic and added just plain typing paper as well as some coffee stain paper too, just to give it a little bit more of eclectic feel. And I wanted to incorporate some of the modern feel from the invitation. I'll show you the invitation in a few. So some blank pages. Doily, another designer paper that is some cream lace. Trimmed it with some lace that I have. And this doily, which it's a full sheet of doily. It's like a baking sheet size, and then I just cut it in half, and I think this is beautiful. Coffee stained paper, and I kind of like the juxtaposition of modern and vintage. Little tuck spot here, probably not the card to be putting in that tuck spot, but I just wanted to show you as an example. The doily corner. So I added a paper bag. This paper bag has a belly band And inside that paper bag, I've made a little journal. And I used some of that remnant lace and paper from Prima. Place it on some foam tape, and then it's just blank on the inside, so that if they wanted to write notes, shopping list, thank you list, whatever. Again, this is a belly band. And I've embossed more glassine bag. Hopefully you can see that. It may be difficult with the tag behind it. So there are 2 tags in here. One with the designer paper, Mr. and Mrs., and the silver paper again. Again, I used the ribbon fabric that is evident throughout this book here, and that is the embossed glassine bag. Some of these ribbons I tied it, and others I glued it. So in this case, I just put them together and glued it, and in this case, depending on the weight of the fabric, I tied it. I edged some of the pages here with my EK Success paper edge cutter. I forgot what it's called now. I made another belly band using the remnant lace that I have. I put that onto the doily. Here is a card that came with the wedding invite. It is Poprawina, so it's a standard feature for any Polish wedding. And so then what I did was I just punched a hole and added some ribbons to that on the top. And that slides right into this pocket there. I have another pocket on this side. This is beautiful, not beautiful, gorgeous. Paper. It's heavily textured, and it's that beautiful lavender color that is one of their wedding colors. Then what I also did was there's a book, and it is 101 Secrets to a Happy. I'm trying to get it. 101 Secrets to a Happy Marriage, and I took out those pages. There's a paper clip here that I can't seem to take off, and I incorporated that throughout the journal. So this one is: the trick to a successful marriage is falling in love over and over again, even if he's fallen asleep holding the remote control. I thought that was cute. And then again, I edged that. Just a doily, coffee paper. This is handmade paper, so it may be difficult to see, but there are actual fibers and leaves and such in it. Plain paper. Another designer paper that's foiled. Tuck spot. This is another handmade paper, and this is actually beautiful, gorgeous paper that I got at the paper source, and it comes in these large, I don't want to say rolls, but these large sheets, and then I just was able to cut them down. Another tag, a little paper clip here that I made with some fabric. Again, I used the lace remnant, trimmed the page. Another embossed glassine bag with 2 tags. So there's one. There's the other, and I left these tags intentionally blank. In the event they were doing some type of instant pictures at the wedding, I unfortunately won't be able to go, but the hubby is, and so I thought I'd leave it blank just in the event they want to write on it or to put pictures on it. Another designer paper. Feels very handmade, and it has silver foil on it. Tuck spot with some journaling cards. That's the other side of the paper. There's that handmade paper again. On this page, I made a kind of like a tassel using all of the fabric and ribbon that goes with the color scheme. Underneath it, I added the page, and this is double-sided, of some of the quotes provided in that 101 Secrets to a Happy Marriage book. So the first line was number 5, 4 important words, you may be right. And this is Beth and Kirk Pulley. They are married for 5 years. And there's some more quotes on the back page there. Oops. Just did that, didn't I? Just trying to straighten it out. I don't want to close it and then the ribbon gets all wonky. Alright, more blank pages, coffee stain pages. I used vellum as well. So this is a vellum that has a silver damask type print. Edged it with some lace, some more doily. Here is the other paper bag, other side of the paper bag with the belly band. And then in this case, I just pulled out the page, rounded the corners, and placed that page inside the paper bag. Oh, and there's a little journaling card, reads cute smiles on it. Here is a double pocket. So the first pocket is with the lace there, the bottom, and then the glassine bag that's embossed. Here is the reception card that came with the invite, and I just mounted that on this tag here and added a ribbon. It gives you an idea of the color scheme. It's lavender with this kind of a cornflower periwinkle blue, and then silver. And I'll show you the full invite in the end here, so you can see. More pages, more text spots, more tags. I wanted to keep this naked so that if they do make it a guest book, there's a lot of spaces for people to write on. Here is another page from the book. I like this one, number 20. Never judge your marriage by the standards of someone else's, and pray you never want a divorce at the same time. Heather and Paul Skelton, married 17 years. The back of that designer paper doily again. Alright, so here is the invite that was sent to us, and I just mounted that to the last, or the back page of the signature. And what I included was, again, another quote, which I thought was funny. It reads, sometimes she'll go through her closet and throw out half her clothes, then announce she has nothing to wear. It's a woman thing. I've been known to do that. And then when you fold it open, I've typed a little note to the newlyweds there, and then I just glued that on. And then when you open it, here is the wedding invite. So I'm just going to cover that part up there because it has the address. But now you can see the color scheme. It is that lavender with cornflower periwinkle blue with silver. So this invite is what I used as inspiration to pull in all the color theme, the cover, the flowers, the pages. Everything was based off of the invite here. And I thought it would be nice to include the invite. I'm sure they may have copies, but I wanted to put the invite in the journal itself so that they'd always have that to remember. And then last but not least is this foil tag, which you've seen throughout the journal here. Close that up. And then here is the back cover of the journal. Again, 2 pockets with a tag. There's one. There's the more shallow one. So here is the wedding journal / guest book that I have made for a family member. I hope you like this flip through. If you have any questions or comments, please listen below and I will, or please note them below and I will respond. Thank you for coming to my channel to take a look at this. I really appreciate it, and you guys have a great weekend. Thanks, bye.